We met 4 years ago at a friend's birthday dinner. She was funny, bright, and easy to talk to. Her name was Emma, and she loved photography and hiking. Back then, she barely touched her phone. I thought she was different, calm, grounded, real. But people change, especially when the internet starts watching. After 2 years, she moved into my apartment. Technically, it was always mine. My rent, my furniture, my bills. She wanted her name added to the lease. Said it would feel more official. I agreed without thinking. It was supposed to be a step forward. It became the start of everything falling apart. Emma's photography business turned into a feed of selfies and coffee cups. Every moment became content. Breakfasts, sunsets, even small arguments, all online. I found out how she felt through captions, not conversations. Strangers knew her moods before I did. The girl who once hiked mountains now staged photos beside them. And I stayed quiet, pretending not to notice. One Tuesday, during lunch at work, I saw the post. Her voice played over a trending sound. "This is my starter boyfriend, ladies. Gotta start somewhere before the upgrade." 4 years together, reduced to a punchline. I felt something click inside me, cold, precise. No yelling, no begging, just done. I commented, "Good luck then," and changed my status to single. Tagging her family was the final touch. 2 minutes later, my phone exploded. Texts, missed calls, unread messages piling up. Her mom demanded answers. Her sister just said, "Oh." That single word told me she already knew what her sister was like. When I got home, Emma was waiting. Eyes red, arms crossed, voice trembling. "You humiliated me," she said. "No," I replied. "You did that yourself." She shouted about jokes and followers, and people not getting it. I opened the fridge, grabbed a bottle of water, and said nothing. "You're overreacting," she snapped. "Maybe," I said, "but I'm also done." Her smirk returned, sharp and confident. "You can't make me leave," she said. "I'm on the lease too." I looked at her, calm as stone. "Cool," I said. "Noted." That night, I opened my laptop and began typing notes. Date, time, details. If she wanted a game, we'd play by the rules. Every noise, every guest, every infraction, logged. No more arguments, no more shouting, just records. She went to bed, thinking she'd won. But I stayed in the living room, typing quietly under the lamp. This wasn't heartbreak anymore. It was strategy. And somewhere between the keystrokes and the silence, I realized something simple. She wanted attention. I wanted order. One of us was about to get exactly what we deserved. The next morning, she acted like nothing happened. Made coffee, hummed along to some pop song. Scrolled through her phone as if the night before didn't exist. I didn't say a word. I just opened my laptop. The lease document glowed on the screen. Quiet hours after 10. No overnight guests beyond 3 nights. Tenants responsible for guest behavior. Perfect. Rules, clear, sharp, emotionless. Exactly what I needed. That evening, I came home from work. A strange car was parked in my spot. Inside, a guy I'd never seen before sat on my couch. Sleeveless shirt, energy drink in hand. "This is Ryan," Emma said, smiling. "He's helping me with my photography lights." He nodded without looking up. An hour later, he was still there. Laughing, watching TV, drinking my soda. The volume got louder as the night went on. At 10:15, I stepped out of my room. "Quiet hours start at 10, I said calmly. Ryan shrugged. Emma rolled her eyes. "We're not even being that loud," she said. I smiled, turned, and went back to my room. 10 minutes later, I sent an email to the landlord. Subject, clarification on quiet hours. Attached, a screenshot of the lease clause. 20 minutes later, the reply came. "Mr. Cole, please document disturbances. Quiet enjoyment must be respected." I saved it as warning 1, PDF. The next night, Ryan was back. Music, laughter, same story. I didn't interrupt, just wrote everything down. Third night in a row, same thing. At 10:05, I walked out again. 3 consecutive nights count as extended stay, I said. It's not like that, she snapped. Doesn't matter, I replied. Rules are rules. Ryan looked uncomfortable. He grabbed his hoodie and left. Emma slammed the door, furious. You're insane, she yelled. I forwarded the updated log to the landlord. 2 hours later, warning 2 arrived. Any further disturbances will result in a notice to vacate. Both tenants included. I read that twice and smiled. Now she had something to lose. After that, she switched tactics. No more guests, but plenty of noise. Music blasting at midnight. Dishes left in the sink for days. Thermostat cranked to 80. The small things. I didn't react, I just kept recording. Every incident had a date, time, and note. I wasn't angry anymore. I was collecting evidence. Brooks, my best friend, called that week. She's still there? He asked. Yeah, I said, but she's playing checkers. He laughed. And you're playing chess. Exactly. Because this wasn't about fighting anymore. It was about control. She wanted chaos. I wanted structure. The more she pushed, the calmer I became. Each rule she broke tightened the net. Each night she screamed, I typed another line. By the end of the month, my notes were 20 pages long. Dates, screenshots, emails. Proof that I never needed to raise my voice to win. Thursday afternoon, she sent a 5-paragraph text. No punctuation, no breaks, just rage. She listed everything she claimed was hers. The TV, the gaming PC, the espresso machine, even the couch. She said, we bought these together or they were gifts. I stared at the message for a moment and smiled. None of it was true, not one single thing. I bought the TV with my year-end bonus. Built the PC myself, piece by piece. Saved 3 months for that espresso machine. She hadn't paid for a single screw or cable. Instead of arguing, I opened my email. Typed receipt into the search bar. Best Buy, Amazon, Newegg, Williams-Sonoma. All the proof was right there. I downloaded everything, labeled each file neatly. TV, PDF, PC parts, PDF, espresso, PDF. Then I scrolled through our texts. Found the message where she wrote, movie night is so much better on your insane new TV. Her words, her mistake. I took a screenshot and added it to the folder. By evening, the evidence was airtight. She came home humming, pretending nothing had happened. I didn't bring it up, not yet. Instead, I called my friend Ethan. She's trying to take my stuff, I said. All of it hers, he asked. None of it, I replied. Need help, he said immediately. Bring your truck, I told him. Saturday came. Emma posted on Instagram, brunch with friends. Perfect timing. 30 minutes later, Ethan pulled up. We wrapped the TV in 2 blankets. Strapped it carefully in the truck bed. Packed the PC, monitors, sound system, espresso machine. No rush, no noise, no witnesses. Within an hour, the apartment looked empty. A single coffee table stood alone in the living room. I left a sticky note on the wall where the TV had been. Check your email. Then I sent it. I attached every receipt, every screenshot, every file. I explained each purchase, each date, each payment made by me. I told her the smaller items had been relocated for safekeeping. The couch would remain until she moved out and returned her key. 15 minutes later, the phone started buzzing. Where's the TV? Are you kidding me right now? You can't do this. I replied once. All receipts are attached. You're welcome to call the cops. Silence followed. No threats, no screaming, just nothing. Ethan texted me, a photo of my things lined up in his garage. safe and untouched. That night, Emma barely left the bedroom. In the morning, she finally spoke. "You're so petty," she said. "No," I answered, "just organized." She slammed the cabinet and stormed out. I opened my notes file and typed a new line. "Property removed with proof. No police visit. Case closed." This wasn't war anymore. It was documentation. Every action had a record. And for the first time in months, I felt in control. It started with whispers online. Screenshots, captions, half-truths dressed as heartbreak. Emma posted long paragraphs about toxic relationships. No names, but the photos were ours. The kitchen counter, the couch, my apartment. She cropped messages and made me the villain. One post showed my text. "You can't spend that much without asking." Looked bad alone. She didn't include the part where she tried to charge a $1,200 trip on my card. Another screenshot said, "I'm done talking about this." No one saw the 3 hours of messages that came before. Friends started ghosting me. Mutuals stopped replying. Someone canceled our weekly basketball game. "Too awkward," they said. I didn't argue, didn't post a thing. I just started collecting. Every cropped message she shared, I found the full version. Highlighted the parts she cut. The apologies, the confessions. All of it dated and time-stamped. Then I remembered something. The night she screamed about the missing TV. I'd hit record and left my phone on the counter. 10 minutes of her shouting, threatening, calling me every name she knew. I said maybe 4 words. One party consent in my state, legal and clear. That audio was gold. Saturday morning, Ethan came by. I showed him everything. The screenshots, the texts, the recording. He scrolled through, shaking his head. "She's going to regret this," he said. "I'm not posting any of it," I replied. "Then what's the plan?" I already knew. Her father, Mr. Harris, wasn't like her mother. Quiet, steady, the kind of man who hated drama. He respected facts, not noise. If anyone could stop her, it was him. So I spent the afternoon building a single PDF. Every screenshot she posted beside the full conversation. The missing context highlighted in yellow. Short notes above each example. This is what she left out. At the end, I added a link to the audio. The email was short and calm. I explained that Emma's posts were misleading and damaging. I asked him to speak to her before it went further. Hit send at 6:00 p.m. Sunday. 2 hours later, a text arrived from an unknown number. "This is Mr. Harris. I've seen everything. I'll handle it." That was it. Monday morning, the group chat exploded. Someone forwarded me the messages. Emma was furious. "Who sent my dad stuff? He won't stop calling." Her sister replied, "Maybe stop lying about people then." By noon, every post was gone. The stories, the captions, the fake screenshots. All wiped clean. 2 friends, who'd ignored me, texted apologies. Didn't know the whole story, they said. I just replied, "It's fine." Because it was. She wanted a social war. I ended it with a single email. No hashtags, no posts, just proof. That night, the apartment was silent again. Her phone stayed dark. And for the first time, I felt the noise finally die. 3 months later, her name popped up again. Emma, smiling on Instagram. A diamond ring on her finger, her new man beside her. The caption said, "Sometimes you have to leave the boy to find your king." The man was Ryan, the same guy I'd kicked off my couch. I stared at it for 3 seconds, then put my phone down. She moved fast, too fast. Within weeks, my feed was filled with wedding plans. Cake tastings, venue tour, dress fittings. Every post tagged with vendors, hashtags, and hearts. One name kept repeating, the Garden House. I knew that place. My company held a corporate dinner there once. Fancy, strict, expensive. Their event manager, Maria Vega, didn't play games. 50% deposit up front. Remaining balance, due 14 days before the event. No payment, no party. I remembered the warning emails from her last time. She shut things down without hesitation. Out of curiosity, I checked the venue's website. Same policy, same rules. I doubted Emma had even read it. Ryan worked at a car dealership. Shared an apartment with 2 roommates. Emma's photography business had failed months ago. Credit card debt followed her like a shadow. I'd seen the bills when we lived together. Utilities almost shut off twice. The garden house wasn't cheap. This wasn't love, it was a performance. A stage to prove she'd won the breakup. Ethan texted, "You think they can afford that place?" "Not my problem," I said. But the idea stayed in my head. 2 weeks before the party, she posted flower arrangements. A week before, a seating chart in gold letters. I waited, watched. The day before the party, I opened my old emails. Maria Vega, still there. Her address unchanged. I drafted a message. Professional, cold, perfectly polite. "Hi Maria, just a quick note, tonight's hosts, Emma Carter and Ryan Brooks, have a history of unpaid balances. Please verify full payment before serving food or drinks." Attached were 2 old documents. Utility, shut-off notices, and receipts I covered for her once. And 1 screenshot, her TikTok calling me her starter boyfriend. I read it twice, then hit send. No insults, no lies, just facts. That night, Instagram flooded with photos. The venue looked expensive. Fairy lights, champagne glasses, fancy guests. Ethan texted, "This thing looks insane." "Sure does," I replied. At 7:30 my phone rang. Ethan was laughing so hard, he could barely speak. "Maria just stopped the music," he said. Asked Ryan about final payment. Ryan thought Emma paid. Emma thought he did. Her dad said he only gave them $2,000. 5,000 short. Maria shut the bar down. No drinks, no food, no music. Guests stood around whispering. Then Ryan snapped. Threw the ring box at her feet. Called her a liar, walked out. Emma stood frozen, in white under bright lights. The party ended before dessert. No applause, no audience. Just silence and balance restored. 3 days after the party, a manila envelope appeared at my door. Inside was her apartment key and a short note. "I'm moving the rest of my stuff this weekend. Don't be here." Fine by me. Saturday came. I went to the gym, grabbed groceries, and came back late. The apartment was empty. Her clothes, her dresser, her plants, all gone. Only 1 note remained on the counter. "I hate you." I read it once, smiled, and dropped it in the trash. Then I sat down and looked around. For the first time in months, the air felt light. No perfume lingering, no humming from another room. Just silence. I plugged the TV back in, reconnected my PC, and made espresso. The sound of the machine hissed like peace itself. Ethan came by later with the sound system. We reinstalled everything exactly how it used to be. No clutter, no chaos. He looked around and grinned. "Feels like a win," he said. "Feels like the end of a bad lease," I replied. We laughed and drilled the TV mount tighter this time. When he left, I sat on the couch with a beer. Watched a comedy special until midnight. No interruptions, no noise. Just laughter echoing through clean walls. Weeks passed. Life turned quiet in the best way. Work, gym, Saturday basketball, the same calm rhythm. I started sleeping better, eating better. Sometimes I'd remember the chaos, but it felt distant, unreal. By July, she popped up again online. Different tone now. A long post about healing and self-growth. No fiancé, no ring, just filters and silence. I didn't react, didn't even scroll. By fall, she was gone completely. No posts, no messages, nothing. Mutual friends stopped mentioning her name. Ethan sent me a picture one night. Emma at a bar with her friends. The caption said, "Girls' night out." I texted back, "Hope she paid her tab." He replied with 10 laughing emojis. A month later, I renewed the lease, only my name this time. The landlord didn't even ask questions. Probably relieved the noise complaints were over. We moved in a new couch, mounted the sound system perfectly. Every cable tucked neatly away. No arguments about furniture, no half-shared bills. Just me, my space, and quiet. That night, I sat on the couch, remote in hand. TV glowing softly across the room. I opened my phone, found Emma's contact, and hit block. Then deleted the thread entirely. No anger, no nostalgia, just closure. Because not every story needs a sequel. Some endings don't require revenge or applause. Just peace. The kind that comes when the noise fades. When the lights are low. And all that's left is the hum of your own life. Finally steady, finally yours. Months later, the apartment still felt new. Every sound belonged to me again. The hum of the fridge, the click of the keyboard, the quiet between. No messages, no drama, no unexpected guests. I woke up early, brewed coffee, opened the blinds. Sunlight spilled across the floor, clean and simple. I thought about everything that happened. How chaos had once filled every corner of my life. And how silence had become my favorite sound. There was no grand revenge, no final confrontation. Just distance. The kind that doesn't hurt, it heals. People say peace is boring. They're wrong. Peace is the loudest proof that you've survived. That you've stopped fighting battles that don't deserve you. Sometimes, walking away isn't losing. It's reclaiming what's yours, your time, your space, your mind. I turned off my phone, leaned back on the couch, and smiled. Outside, the city buzzed. Inside, everything was still. For the first time in years, I didn't need closure. Because this, right here, the quiet, was the ending I'd been waiting for.